Guys, welcome back to the channel. The channel is Sonia's Adventure. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, you see how bright it is? It's Sunday today and it's after 8 p.m. And you see how bright the light is on my face. This is natural light. I am outside. Guys, I have a little word. I have a little word for anyone who may come across this video. In life, when you're going to make some serious decision, you have a serious decision to make, and you make up your mind and say, yes, I'm going forward, I'm going to make this step. And sometimes people close to you know your plans, and they will say to you, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. There is something else that I'll do for you that will just work itself out. So there's no need for you to do that. For instance, okay, you're going to build a house and somebody said, no, I'll marry you and I have my own house. Say a single woman, and she meet a man and she's about to build her house, and the man proposed to her, and the man have wealth, and the man said, no, there's no need for you at this point in your life to go and build a house. I'm going to marry to you. Whatever is mine, of course it is yours too. And you say, yes, at this point in my life, so I'm going to marry to you. My struggles are over, so I don't have to build this house. And you go ahead and you make that decision. Now put your plans aside and go with this person's suggestion. And in the long run, push come to shove, things don't work out, they divorce you, send you on your way empty-handed. In this life, when you have a decision to make that will impact your life significantly in the future, don't let anyone derail your plan. Look into the possibility of what can happen down the line and base your decision on that. I've seen cases where, and this case in particular, this man died, left a whole lot of money for the wife, and they had one child together. And the son encouraged the mother to buy a motor vehicle to operate as a passenger carriage. And I don't know what went wrong, but that business didn't work out. And a whole lot of spending and overspending took place. And in the end, looked like all the money dried up. And this woman was a fairly young woman at the time. And she took the advice of the son. You could see that the son was the one running things, and the woman lay back. She have a lay back personality. And you know what happened in the end? It looked like all the finances dry up. And later on in life, she had to be dependent on the son to even give her food to eat. The son take a woman and marry to the woman, and conflict coming it between the two women. They said two bull can rain in one pen, but it wasn't exactly one pen, but close proximity. And liberty now come into play because this woman was left with nothing. She was even dependent on the son. So the wife would cook, and whatever the wife cook is what she would have to eat. That's how the cookie crumble. And you could see that this woman was suffering. In the end, she was suffering. Why? Because she left a decision to the son that has greatly impacted her life in a negative way. She did not foresee that this would happen down the line. And that is why I draw lessons. I draw lessons from these things. And if you are at that stage in your life and you're fairly young, don't let nobody deter you. When you have your plans, go through with your plans, and even if you suggest your plans to somebody and they give you an alternate plan that looks positive, that looks fruitful, that is glowing, that is promising, think about the consequences that might come in play further on down the line, and if it will affect your life in a negative sense, and base your final decision on that. Guys, I'll leave it right here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you all. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Take something away from this, even if it doesn't apply to you. It might be something that you can say to somebody else that might save them some heartache, that might save them some worry further on in life. Not necessarily old age, but later on, in some stage of your life, your decision that you're taking up, it might impact you negatively down the future if you don't stop to think carefully. Lay out all the cards on the table and make sure you make the right decision for your life. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye for now.